Back in the early 80s, I used to rent and sell metal detectors and prospecting equipment. I had this guy contact me, said he was interested in buying something. He was going to buy something and wanted me to come up to his house and bring several detectors and show him how to use it so he could decide which one he wanted to buy. He said he'd make it worth my while. So I did. I loaded up a bunch of detectors, and when I go up to his house and I start showing him the different metal detectors, and at his place, this guy had a little bit of money. He had a swimming pool and his own forest back behind his yard. And he took me back in his little forested area. This is a little bit rough road here. He took me back in his forested area and says, "Here, run your detector around in here." So I'm running around, and pretty soon I hit this big square metal thing. It was about 4 foot by 4 foot. And I says, "There's something big square here, probably a big square metal plate." And he goes, "Uh-huh." And he says, "Come on over here." So we go over to another spot, and I start detecting around, and I hit another one about the same size. And he starts telling me that he had some canisters buried there with 50 AK-47s in them and a bunch of ammo. And I can't remember if he was 50 between the two, or if it was 50 in each and ammo in each, or just a combination of ammo in one and guns in the other, or ammo and guns combined. I can't remember exactly what he said. He said this was in the early 80s. And anyways, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, right, I really believe this. But he told me that he had them rigged with C4, so that if anybody tried to get in them, didn't know how, they'd blow up on them. But like I said, I thought to myself, yeah, right. Well, anyways, he decided which metal detector he wanted, and we went in his house, and he paid me for him. And then he took me down in his basement, and he had me wait on the stairs while he undid some security alarm. He opened up a door, a wooden door, and there was a metal vault door behind the wooden door, and he had to undo the security system before he opened the wooden door. And then he opened up this vault door, and then behind this vault door was a big room. I'm gonna say it's probably 20 foot by 15 foot, maybe 10 foot, 20 foot long by 10 foot wide. And I looked in there, and the one far wall, the 20-foot wall, had 2 shelves on it that was stacked with rifles and shotguns, both 2 layers of them. There must have been 300 or 400 rifles and shotguns lined up along that one wall. I see, man, there was those Thompson submachine guns. He had Uzis. Now, whether they was full auto or not, I don't know that, because they make them that are just semi-auto. And then another wall, the other long wall that had the door in it, was nothing but ammunition, and the other 2 short walls was nothing but pistols. And he told me, he says, "You can pick any gun you want and have it." Man, I really thought, man, I really wanted that Thompson, that 45 Thompson. But I thought, man, he's being kind to me. I don't want to take advantage of him. So anyways, I chose a pistol. I ended up getting a Beretta 92 FS. It was a police model. I didn't really like it. I ended up really trading it. I ended up trading it off because it was the full long trigger, full long pull every pull. It was a police model. But also he gave me that, and he gave me about 6 boxes of ammo for it. It was a 9mm. But after I seen all them guns, I believed he had that. Well, about 3 or 4, maybe it's been 5 years ago now, that guy passed away. And I don't know if anybody else knows about that cache of guns except for me. And I don't dare open that thing up with the, because I believe that it is rigged with C4, because I went on some other adventures with this guy where they had some dynamite and blasting caps for, they was doing some mining things. It's another long story that I'll have to tell someday. But he had access to that stuff, so there's no doubt in my mind that it is rigged with C4. So I've never contacted his widow about it. I don't know that she even knows about it. It'd be interesting to see if I could make a deal with his widow to try and get to that if she doesn't know about it, but I'm not qualified to do that. I guess the reason I'm telling this story is I'm wondering if anybody out there is qualified to figure out how you could untrip some kind of a detonation device on something like that. So anyways, leave a comment. Let me know if you know somebody or something might be willing to risk for a share of a few guns. If we could make a deal with his widow, if she doesn't know about it, I have no idea. She might, and she might have already got them. I have no idea, but I know I'm not willing to risk my life, and it'd have to be somebody that really knows what they're doing, because I don't want somebody else risking their life either. So it's a pretty rough road. I've been on worse.